How's it going, y'all? So in this video, it's gonna be a pretty big modification on this 2005 Arctic Cat 400. And that is obviously making a low range reverse modification, because if you look on the shifter, we got high 1 through 5, low 1 through 5, but one reverse. That's it. It's just high range reverse. And it really is terrible. I had this thing in a mud puddle that was about, I don't know, that far up the tires or something like that. And the only way out was the way you came in. So I put it in reverse and it just, that's all it did. I had to have it in four-wheel drive because it would kind of somewhat spin in two-wheel drive, but I had it in four-wheel drive. It just sat there and bogged and didn't do nothing. But one other thing in another video I did is that if you put it in reverse and you push down on the shifter, that releases the secondary clutch, and you can basically get a little bit more power, rev the motor, and then come out on the clutch and jar the tires loose. On the older 400s, they had a separate high and low shifter right there. In 2002 is the last year they did it. So for example, this is my Arctic Cat 300, and it has a high and low range down here and the reverse separate. So this is reverse high. As you can see, way too fast and no torque. Now, we're gonna try low range reverse, which is the way that 400 should be. As you can see, that's much better. So here's the other shift drum I bought off of eBay. So basically this is low, this center part is high, and this is high reverse. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark this with a marker, and I'm gonna grind out this area, and basically when I shift into reverse, it will go into low range instead of high range. And the big thing is that when you're making your mark, you want it to go as far over as it is in low range, so it goes fully into gear, and you want it to be lined up with this. So basically just put it right in the middle right there, and then make your slot going over. Now to properly do it, you need a milling machine, but the trouble is this is hardened steel. So the steel is gonna be about as hard as the drill bit itself. So yeah, that probably wouldn't really work. So what I'm probably gonna do is just do it with the Dremel, because an abrasive wheel will probably be better, and just slowly cut it out and see where we go from there. And just a little tip is that get your calipers. My screen ain't working because the battery's dead, but as long as you can read the numbers on the side, you're good. And basically put the calipers in there, measure the width, and if we pull that out, okay, that's about 6 millimeters or so. So now since you measured the width, you want to measure the depth at how far it goes down, and that seems about right. So that's about 5.5 to 6 millimeters. So take your time, this is very important, make sure it's measured right, do a little bit at the time, or you're gonna wind up really messing it up and be out of everything. Still got a lot more to go. It's gonna be a lot of time, but it can be done. Check out this rigged up modification. All right, y'all, so I've been spending quite a good while on this little thing here, and I've obviously got the weld piece of steel, probably the old steel that came off of the flywheel. All right, guys, so I got the piece of steel cut out, and now I'm gonna tack it in place, and I'm still gonna go around and clean it up with the Dremel and sandpaper once I'm fully done. All right, so oil's drained, and now I gotta take all this bull crap apart to do something that should already be done. I guess by tearing this off, we'll take a look inside and see how the motor's doing after I rebuilt it. Not only would a low-range reverse come in handy for backing out of mud puddles, but also if you're backing a trailer up or if you're pulling someone out, you need torque in reverse, not speed. I don't know if the engineers were drunk when they thought this was a good idea, or if it was some safety regulation thing, or if nobody was thinking about it, or what. But yours truly, as a backwoods mechanic, is gonna fix it and make it great again. Because give me a reason why anybody would need a high range reverse only. Never. All right, so we got the fenders kind of stripped off. So now I'm gonna go around and unbolt all these bolts with the impact gun and undo the oil line and that and pull the cover. Of course all that crap had to fall down there. All in the freaking grease and crap. There we go. So here's the inside, and here's the stock one on the top, and here's a new modified one on the bottom. So here you can see low, high, and reverse. So I just got done polishing it and doing the final touches, and I think it should do pretty dang good. All right, so I got it mocked up in there, and I gotta have to hold these things in place because the side cover isn't on. So this is high range forward. This is low range forward, and that gear obviously goes in. Now for the big moment, low range reverse. Will it work? Yes, it does. It goes right in, no problem. I'm not bolting everything all back together right now. I'm doing this just to test the concept, and if it seems to do pretty good, then I'll take it all back apart and do it properly. But I'd rather have that than, the high range reverse. That's what I'm talking about. A usable reverse. You do have to give it a little getting it out, but everything else works fine. This is awesome, y'all. As you can see, that is just so much better.